Alright guys, it's Chatterbox Reviews, coming at you guys with my review for the series premiere of The Kids Are Alright on ABC. Alright, so I just got done watching this new comedy series on ABC. So tonight was the pilot or the series premiere, and from now on I guess it's going to be a Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC going forward. So yeah, honestly, initial thoughts is I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And so the main reason I checked this out is because of Michael Cudlitz. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and I've been following him on social media, and he's been, putting out a bunch of stuff about this series, and so he's the main reason why I checked this out. And also, I really loved his kind of comedic relief in these times of horror in The Walking Dead, and these dramatic moments, and he always seemed to kind of steal the show with his comedy. And so I thought, him being in a comedy now, like, this is the best of both worlds, really. And so anyway, so it's really great to check this one out and support Michael Cudlitz. So if you're a Walking Dead fan, you got to check this one out, and you got to you got to check it out from Michael Cudlitz. It's definitely worth it. So anyways, I'll go over a couple things here, give a rating, and then that's it. But anyways, I won't be doing week-to-week reviews of this one. Just, it's a comedy, but I did want to do a series premiere and share my thoughts with it. So anyways, let me know what you thought of the premiere or the pilot, and leave those in the comments. Hopefully we can discuss it and may talk about what the rest of this season or series will look like. So anyways, and if you enjoy this review, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Really would appreciate it. So anyways, a couple things. So thought they did a good job of mixing some heartfelt moments into the episode. It was a lot of kind of, quick comedy and a lot of jokes and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, there were a couple scenes in this episode that actually were heartfelt. They were actually, meaningful, serious scenes. And I thought maybe the best one was the dad, the dad, Michael Cudlitz, sitting in the car with his son who wants to quit the seminary, and having kind of a heart-to-heart conversation there. And I thought that was a very powerful scene in the episode. So, and again, parallel to that, father-son relationship, and the father just wanting kind of the best for his son, wanting his son to do better than he has in his life. So, seeing more from his son than maybe the son sees in himself. And so anyways, that was definitely a very relatable message to a lot of people, I assume, and a lot of dads. And a lot of sons too. So that was really great. And then there's a couple other moments in there that were just, kind of warmed your heart, in this episode. And then of course there was great comedy. I absolutely love the mother's character, played by Mary McCormack. I've seen a couple of her things, but she's never been kind of a big presence. I think she was in Scandal for an episode. She was in Divorce on HBO. I checked that one out. So she's been in like a couple episodes here and there, some series I've checked out. But I've never really, seen kind of her full potential. And let me tell you, she is really funny in this series. Just the one-liners that she says, all this, and kind of, that I love the part where, I think, I forget what the word was, but anyways, the son is asking, his mom if he's going to get this disease, and she says, maybe, right? And anyways, so, if you know the moment I'm talking about, you'll get it. But so yeah, Mary McCormack is doing a great job, along with Michael Cudlitz, and I will take this opportunity here to say, I thought the whole cast did a really great job. There wasn't one kind of actor or actress, well, there's only one actress, but there wasn't any, actor in here that I thought, didn't really belong or wasn't playing that character well. And I really did think the whole cast did a really great job, including even the little kids. They were really great. So, anyways, really great job. But Mary McCormack, for me, stole the show. I thought she was hilarious, and there was some great comedy, and really quick comedy too, right? Like quick jokes, and then on to the next joke, right? So that was very good as well. I like that they're throwing in this narration that's playing over the show, right? And it's the young boy, right, who's kind of the main kid of the family, is in the future, right? And so the whole show is essentially him kind of telling a story about his childhood, right? And so I like the way they're incorporating that, and also having him narrate, but of course it's like him later, so it's not actually that kid. It's not that, high high pitched voice, it's a, it's obviously him later on in life. So I really like that as well, kind of showing us, this was his childhood, but obviously he got, he grew up, and he obviously, became, different person, obviously. So that was great. I like that they're basing the show during the 70s. This kind of gives it, I would say, a little bit more of a unique feel. Of course, a lot of people are comparing the show to the Goldbergs and a bunch of other ones, Malcolm in the Middle, I think. And so anyways, but I think it was kind of cool. To me, I've never seen either of those comedies. I don't check out a lot of those comedies. So for me, at least, it was kind of unique. But maybe I do recognize, if you've seen some of those, maybe it'll be a little bit similar. But anyways, I thought it was, pretty cool that they based it during the 70s, kind of mixed things up instead of kind of a modern time comedy. So yeah, a couple negatives though with this one. A lot of positives, but a couple negatives. So, very, very fast-paced episode, and even the first act before the first commercial break was so fast-paced. And by the way, though, the trailer for this pilot, essentially, if you've seen the trailer, though, that's pretty much all the good moments in this episode. So I felt like the trailer kind of ruined my enjoyment of this pilot in specific, and that whole first act was essentially the trailer, more or less. And so anyways, so with that, it was a little bit fast paced, and everything's kind of coming at you at once, instead of maybe, going into it slowly, right, and introducing us to this family. They just go right into it, and it's very fast paced, showing us, we're picking up where this story is and showing us everything like that. So that is one of the things, and whether that's a positive or a negative, I guess it could be a positive as well. But for me, it was a little too fast paced, just in that beginning act, I would say. And then my other negative is it's very, very scattered, right? It's maybe lacking even some focus at times, because everything's going on at once, right? It's kind of chaos, which it would be with 8, boys in the house, of course, in this family. It would be a very chaotic house, but I just feel like the show was really scattered. They had a bunch of storylines going on with all these different kids, and even the parents too. And it just felt like a little bit more scattered, maybe than it needed to be. I feel like maybe you could have saved a couple of those storylines for even their own episode later. So they're just like, they jammed a lot of stuff in here, and it just seemed a little bit to lack some focus. But I liked all those storylines and stuff they were playing with, and like I said, I would love to see those in kind of episodes of their own later. So, anyways, we'll see what they do with that. But this pilot, I thought, was a little scattered in that regard. So, good way of integrating different generations of the audience for this one, right? Because they're based it in the 70s, right? But they're also telling it from a kid's perspective. So, kind of branching out to 2 different audiences there, 2 different generations even, of people who could enjoy this show. So that's something that I think is very good with this show. Again, very relatable for the actual, for people who grew up in the 70s, or at least, even were parents in the 70s, right? For sure. And then also for kids, not necessarily today, it wouldn't be as relatable, but still, it's from that kid's perspective, and they can kind of understand it. So definitely, and I think even for me, I really, I found it kind of relatable, and really, but I was interested. So anyways, I feel like they did a really great job of that, kind of including the 2 generations and stuff like that. So anyways, to end things off here, my final kind of words here is, all in all, it is a fun show with some great characters and personalities that some may be able to relate with. I think that's the end of the day. You want to relate with some of these characters, and they give you a lot of different characters. You have the brother that spies on everyone. You have the brother in the treehouse, looking at the girl next door, and you have our main character, the kid who's trying to be a make it to Hollywood and stuff like this. So you have all these different personalities and different characters all within this one family. And I feel like in that case, I think a lot of people can at least relate to maybe one of these characters, and kind of maybe even see themselves in that, or at least their kid selves, right? As they were as a kid in these characters. So that is what I think. And I thought it was a very just fun, quick, half an hour comedy. I thought it was really good in that way. So anyways, really great. So my rating, just to end things off here, is going to be an 8 out of 10. And I definitely suggest checking the pilot out. Not necessarily, I don't say, you have to or whatever, but I suggest you take a look at the pilot. I think it's definitely worthwhile. It's 22 minutes of your time, right? 22 or 23 minutes of your time. I think you're gonna enjoy it, and yeah, I think it's just a fun show, to pass some time on a Tuesday night. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna be looking forward to, or not. I am going to be looking forward to more episodes, and I think I'm going to, keep tuning into this one at least for the next couple of weeks and kind of see where it goes. And like I said, I'm a big fan of Michael Cudlitz, so I gotta support the show. So support him and the show. So anyways, guys, again, let me know what you thought of the premiere, and let me know what you think of the series. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you find it funny? Did you relate with any of these characters, or anything like that? Let me know in the comments. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this review, and thank you so much for the support on the channel. I do really, really appreciate it. The subscribers, views, comments, likes, all the interaction has been really great lately, and I do really appreciate that. Extremely thankful. So anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching this review, and I will see you in my next review video.
To shut out feeling lonely.